guys, today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look right here. This is a super peachy pink springtime inspired type of look, and I just think that it is super fresh and soft looking, and I have just been loving it. I love that it is like peachy and pink, but it is not too bright and in your face, so it is definitely suitable for like everyday wear. And yeah, I have just been loving it. I have used the Jaclyn Hill Favorites Morphe palette to create this look today, but a lot of these shades in here are dupeable, so if you don't own this palette, don't worry, you can still recreate this look using a lot of other eyeshadows, whether that's Makeup Geek or like the new Too Faced Sweet Peach palette that's coming out. So yeah, I hope that if anything, you guys just get a little bit of inspiration from this look. So I think we should just jump on into it. Starting off with my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation, I'm going to mix a couple of the Cover FX Custom Cover drops into it just for extra coverage today, and I am using my Real Techniques buffing brush to just really buff that into the skin. And then I am going to use this Imposter Beauty Blender just to go over all of that and make sure that it is super blended and flawless. Using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Concealer, I am going to be putting a little bit of this under my eyes, and using that same beauty sponge, I am just going to blend this all in. Next, I am going to use this Tarte Creamy Confidence Powder Foundation just to set my face, and this does offer a little bit of extra coverage. I have been loving it. And then using this Wet n Wild Contour Duo, I am taking the highlight shade and just setting my concealer and also onto my eyelid. And here's where I realized that I forgot to put on this primer. Moving on to bronzer, I am taking this Body Shop Honey Bronze. This is one of my all-time favorite bronzers, and I am just putting that into the hollows of my cheeks there, but not too precisely, just giving myself an all-over bronze. And then I am also using this Hourglass bronzer just on top of the Body Shop one because I love that there is a little bit of shimmer in it. I'm just using a little bit of my First Aid Beauty Lip Balm to moisturize my lips before I go in with MAC Peaches. I am just putting this on the apples of my cheeks and blending it backwards. This is such a beautiful blush. And on the highest point of my cheekbone, I am mixing those two shades from the Anastasia Glow Kit. They are just absolutely stunning and go perfectly with this peachy coral look. And then I just like to use that beauty sponge to go over that entire cheek area to make sure that it all is just blended and melts together. I then filled in my eyebrows using the Anastasia Brow Definer and set that with the Milani Brow Shaping Clear Gel. And now moving on to eyeshadow, here is the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette, and then using this pinky beige shade, I am just going to take that and put that into my crease area. I love that this shade has a little bit of iridescence to it. I normally only put matte shades into my crease, but I think this shade happens to be super flattering and pretty. And then I am going in with the brightest coral shade in the palette. I just think that this shade is so beautiful. And using a bit of a smaller blending brush, I am putting that also into the crease area. And this shade is super bright and super pigmented, so I was just picking up a little bit of product at a time and then putting it in and blending it and then going back for more product. So really be patient here when you are working with those brighter shades, because it is always easier to add more product than it is to remove it. So I am also taking that same shade and using a little flat brush, and I am just putting that on my lower lash line. And then I took a little pencil brush afterwards and just blended this area out. I then took this shimmery baby pink color and I used a flat shader brush to place that all over my lid space. I used a couple layers of this shadow, but it was just so beautiful to work with. There wasn't a lot of fallout, and I just think that these type of baby pink shades are so pretty for springtime, and I really love the way that it pulled the whole look together. There isn't a matte shade in that Jaclyn Hill palette for highlighting, so I went into my Tartelette palette, the original one, and just took the creamy light yellowish color, and I put that under my brow bone. And I also put that in the inner corner, but you will see that we actually use a different color there in a moment. But before that, I just took my Kat Von D Trooper liner. This is the brown version. I love the way that brown liner looks with this coral eyeshadow look. I think that it's super flattering, and this eyeliner is my absolute favorite. So I just did a very thin line and a ever so slight wing, but basically just lined my lids. I am now curling my eyelashes quickly. I am skipping the false lashes today, but going in with this Maybelline Lash Sensational Luscious Mascara and giving a generous coat to my upper and my lower lashes. This mascara is so amazing. I absolutely love it. So like I said, I decided I wanted that inner corner to be a little bit brighter, so this shade from the palette has some shimmer to it. So I just put that into the inner corner area and under the lash line a little bit too, and I just thought it really kind of pulled the entire look together and made it super bright and fresh. So after that, I just was cleaning up a little bit of like mascara flakies that fell down from my lashes, and I am using MAC Peach Blossom lipstick, and this is one of my all-time favorite nudie pink lipsticks. And then I also put NYX Funsize on top of that just to make sure that it was a super peachy lip, because that is what I was going for. So after you put on that lip color, I am just going to take out my little hair clip thingies and look at this nice crease in my hair from that clip. But then that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found a little bit of springtime inspiration. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It means so much to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!